Morning, YouTubers. Coming at you at 6 in the morning, Mexico time. I'm off to the hospital. Today's exams. Today's that dreadful time where they're gonna prick my arm and take the blood out, which I dread above all things. But gotta do what we gotta do, right? I so take my little pee, little urine sample. I just made it over there in the bedroom. Uh, and then I want to rest. Well, I mean, I have some writing to do, but I want to rest. I'm going to take the day off. Uh, all this has to do with my blood pressure. I'm trying to bring it back in order. And blood pressure has to do with my lifestyle, which I'm trying to change right now. Uh, Decades of bad choices, I suppose. From too much food, not enough exercise, adds up. Comes to a boiling point. When you're 53, your pressure goes up to the roof. Have to take blood pressure pills. You know, Ifedipino, uh, losartan. And those blood pressure pills have other unsightly effects, like they lower my sex drive, which at 53 is not that bad. I mean, what am I doing chasing girls around, right? But uh, must keep my must keep my health together. It's important. That's all we have is health and life. You know, we're doing time on planet Earth in a human body until we die, and then when we die, we don't really know what's going to happen. We don't really. I mean, there's a lot of theories that we'll go into another body, or that we'll go to heaven or hell, or this or that. Bottom line is we don't know. We don't know. So we got to take care of life and be living and live as long as we can. And have as much fun as we can while we're alive. And try to smile and not frown, and try to love and not hate, and try to be good, not because, you know, there's a great God above that will judge you if you're not good, but because it's better to be good than bad. It's easier. Being bad takes too much effort, too much suffering. All those people that hate each other, you know, how many families don't I know that hate each other and they can't stand each other and they fight each other all the time, uh, making each other's lives hell, you know, for what? How does it benefit you? How does it make you better if you fight your loved ones? Or if you blame them for everything? Live your life. Let others live theirs. You know, whatever makes people happy, that's what should make you happy. Don't take from people, don't steal from people, because they come back and beat the shit out of you. Not because there's some great moral, authority. Average Joe, hope for the best. Thanks, Joe. What they're probably going to take to tell me, Joe, is that my cholesterol is high and that my triglycerides are high, and that I have to cut greases, and that I have to cut my red meat, and I have to cut sausages and hot dogs and hamburgers, which is what I like to eat. I probably won't because I'm a stubborn old fool that likes to eat what he likes to eat. Or maybe I will, I don't know. I haven't had a heart attack yet, but I'm close to it all the time. I guess eating hamburgers and hot dogs is not too good for the cows and the piggies. You know, karma, karma. But I mean, here I am, 6 in the morning. Well, like 6:15 already, probably taking a poo. Trying to take a poo anyways with my brand new cell phone. Making a video, looking at my mustache is all out of whack. I must say that I do have a decent mustache nowadays. I never had a decent mustache. You gotta shave it, you gotta trim it. Looks too wild. Whole point of having a mustache is for it to grow big, like Nietzsche or Zapata or you know Carranza. Yeah. If you ever have a mustache, don't have a little tiny fucking pencil line. Have a mustache, like Asterix or Obelix. That's a mustache. Can't trim your mustache. What's all that about? What's that for? It's like trimming your balls. Huh. A lot of people shave their balls. You know, I don't know how they do that because the balls are all scribbly, wrinkly. The skin is all kind of like mushy. How the frack do you shave your balls? First of all, why would you do it? And second of all, how do you do it? You know, does it make your balls cleaner? I don't know. I probably should shave the rim of my ass. I have this long hair that comes out of my ass, and it's a long frack. It looks like a tail almost of hair. This thing of hair coming out of my ass. And I've actually even considered sometimes like cutting it with a scissor, trimming it. But then I'm going, wait a minute, it's like an ass beard. Why should I trim my ass beard if I don't trim my beard? It makes no sense. I'm just a hairy. I'm actually not hairy at all. I don't have any hair on my chest. A tail, yeah, I have a tail, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to put it on the video, but if you look at it, it looks like, a tail, a hair. Because I have a really hairy ass. And it just comes out. The hair just comes out of the butt cheeks. And it's like a tail. And then, of course, you have to clean it very well. You have to clean it with water because otherwise, if you clean it with paper, it'll just all get mushy and it doesn't really clean just do this. Put some avocado on your hair and then try to clean it with paper and see what happens. You have to clean it with water. I mean, that's the only way to clean it. Which, I don't know, people are weird. Buy toilet paper. Who the fuck invented that, Who in Jesus' name invented toilet paper? And why would they do that? What possible good is there to, you know, make your asshole, I mean, pull paper in your butt? and they just smush all the poo in there with paper. I mean, if you had a totally clean butt with no hair, no pimples, then you can wipe with paper. It's like wiping a clean table. But our ass is not a clean table. It's this kind of rumply, crumply, piece of meat. Well, it's like two big pieces of meat with a little hole in the middle. And if you wipe it with paper, it just makes it all. It makes a mess. And everybody has a mess in their ass, and nobody realizes it because they think toilet paper is a solution to cleaning their ass. Whereas like the Hindu culture that is far more civilized, obviously, has discovered that cleaning your ass with water is infinitely cleaner. And they have sponges that you can actually use to do that. Baby wipes. Yeah, well, baby wipes have the problem. I mean, baby wipes would be a solution to the problem. But baby wipes have a problem. They're extremely toxic, first of all, because they have this kind of like, toxic. So eventually they will actually begin to harm your skin. And second of all, what do they do to the environment? I mean, imagine people using baby wipes instead of toilet paper to clean their ass. Those things are not as biodegradable as toilet paper. And you're throwing this in the garbage every day, 2, 3 times a day. I mean, it's not like you're not going to take more than one poo a day. Some people do. I tend to poo. The first thing I do in the morning is take a poo. That's my routine. I gotta be on. I can't. I can only drink water right now. I can't drink coffee or anything until I do my blood test. Which, man, that's torture for me. That's not having my daily job in the mornings after my poo is like, it's like changing the orbit of Uranus and Mars. Yeah. So. Yeah. Getting old implies seeing death face to face. It's like I'm 53 years old. Well, I'm now. I got more time to look back than to look forward to, which is kind of weird. I have more memories than views of the future. I don't spend too much time either in memory out or the future. Sometimes I get nostalgic. I don't project as much about the future as I used to when I was younger. Man, when I was younger, the future was everything. I thought I was gonna, plan my future and make all these things happen. That's bullshit. Just live day by day and try to make every day worthwhile. Try to make every day a good day. And that's all you can really do. You cannot really plan the future. The future is too abstract. Um, Good things happen, bad things happen. You can direct your future. You can go into a certain direction and say, well, I'm going to go to university. I'm going to go to the university and try to, get a college degree. But you can't plan on it because if you plan on it, it's like, you're setting it on stone or something, and that's not how it works. You have to be open and flexible about it. Well, I'm going to go to the university, but suddenly I meet a girl and we have a baby and I have to get a job and we put the university on hiatus until the baby is maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years old, and she can take better care of him without me having to be there all the time, and then I finish my university degree. That's more, you know, or maybe go to the university. I get sick. I have to put my career in hiatus until I get better. Oh, shit. I don't don't have a tripod. There. That's too loud. And that took a while. So you can almost smell that, right? There's one guy named Sweet. He's my fan. Loves me to take shits. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna take another shit, yay! And I'm like, okay, you know, shitting is just part of life. It's no big deal to shit. Shitting is just shitting. People shit all the time. Why should they worry about it? Shitting or not shitting is just, we don't celebrate taking a pee. Speaking of shitting, there's a movie, I think it's Buñuel or not sure if it's Fellini, I think. It's Fellini or Buñuel, I'm not sure. There's a scene in the movie where people go take a shit, and there's like this dinner table with toilets. With the toilets. And they all come together and they shit together. And they're talking and, having fun and stuff. And it's like taking a shit is like the common time, the time to come together. And then segue to the time to eat. They do it in a closed room and it's all hidden and it's all like, oh, they're eating. How embarrassing they're eating. That scene stayed in my head. I watched it many years ago. I think it's Satyricon. I think it's Fellini or Pasolini. I'm not sure. Anyways, what stayed with me was the scene. Such a good scene. There's actually two scenes. It's the shitting scene and the eating scene. And it's one of those things that makes you like really meditate on this whole structure of society that we live in, which is so based on so many assumptions and lies. Almost everything in our lives is a lie. Money is a lie. Money is an added value given to some pieces of paper by a government that supposedly has your best interests at heart. It's like, when you really think about it, it's like, what? Somehow they have convinced us that having a piece of paper that says $100 on it is somehow better than having a hamburger or having maybe a couple of eggs or a gallon of milk, right? It's not true. Not true at all. If there was no banks, there was no society. If there was nothing. And you're in the middle of, a desert, and you have a gallon of water, it would be worth infinitely more than $100 because you would be able to drink and stay alive a little bit longer. A couple of seeds of marijuana can be planted on the soil, and you can grow them, and they'll grow into a little marijuana plant. And the marijuana plant maybe is half a kilo of the grown marijuana plants, maybe half a kilo. Tora, hi, how are you? ¿Cómo está? ¿Qué pasa? I just go to the hospital to check my blood and my pee. I had to get it early because I always take a poo in the morning. So I wanted to take a poo and then go to the. And I'm enjoying my new cell phone, which I just bought on credit. Another great lie. It's like, oh yeah, they credited me to buy a cell phone. Ooh, now I owe them. I owe Electra for a cell phone. I owe, what's the name? Salinas Pliego. The Salinas Pliego family. I owe them, I think it's 4,000 pesos or something like that. 6,000 pesos, anyways. The actual price of the cell phone is around 2,000 pesos, but they charge you twice the price because they're loaning you the money to buy it. Amazing. Well, now, how to clean your ass. You need spray or some type of, you need your hand, uh, you need a towel, some soap. The water, when you actually flush the toilet, is going to be clean. So you can just reach in there, grab that water with a little soap, and just clean your asshole with your hand. Right? And you spray your hand, and also a little, usually a little chlorine or some type of nice little thing. You wipe your hand, wipe it on the towel, and ready. Your ass is actually very clean, a lot cleaner than you would be if you're using toilet paper. Amazing hack in life, isn't it? Having a really clean butt is one of the greatest pleasures of my life. Thank you, Hare Krishnas, for showing me how to clean my ass. Ooh, it's kind of dark out here. Okay, let's feed the cat now. We got cat food over here somewhere. I just bought some. Let's see, there's cat food in the fridge, I think. I don't know why I put the cat food in the fridge. It's actually seal packed, but she likes this whole ritual. So, need the tripod. It's the magic light. Graza took off the thing that made it go round and around with like speckles, like a disco light, and just let the magic light like that. But she can do that. She can do anything she wants. She wants my little girl can do anything she wants. Except scream at me. That's where I draw the line. She starts screaming at me, I get crazed. I don't get that crazy, but I do. I don't like it. She got that from the mom. The mom is screaming me. When she gets angry, she blows her top and loses her cool. I've been trying to teach the kids that the secret of life is not to lose your cool. Like this cat is losing her cool. Yeah, that's right. Somebody wants to be fed breakfast. That's Lucifer. Yeah. That's the whiskas. Hey, I'm a commercial for Whiskas, what do you know? And that was that. All right. And now I gotta get ready to jump the ship and go to the hospital. First thing I had to do this morning was to take my urine sample, which is right here. I bought this little clean jar, which is specifically for urine samples. It cost me 7 pesos, which is what, around 25 cents? Roughly 25 cents, something like that. Let's put a video to get me going and check the time. 6:35. I'm in very good time. Yeah, very good time. Can't drink coffee though. That's the only thing, Robert. Yeah. Oh. So what else is new? Going to be going to the States pretty soon here, which means that I probably have to quit my job for a while. Avocado growth. There's how to grow an avocado. You put a little bit of cloth or paper. You cover the avocado up to a point. You leave a little point of the avocado open with water. And then you watch it grow. It grows slowly. Eventually it'll sprout the seed. To prevent rotting, you can throw a little drop of chlorine, or if you're even smarter, some the stuff you put on your wounds. It's called yodo in Spanish. I don't know what they call it in English. By the way, I didn't buy this water. I buy a big jugs of water, which is a lot cheaper. But I saved these and I refilled them and I put them in the fridge. Life hacks. This is a channel about life hacks. I put them on the fridge on the freezer, and then they freeze, and I take them out, and they thaw slowly, and I have fresh cold water, ice cold water throughout the day. You know, the water down here is horrible. I've made videos about the water in this place. It's just absurd. It's yellowish, it stinks. It leaves a residue. I mean, it's not something you can drink. So I am forced to buy purified water. But fortunately, there's a number of purified water companies around here. Basically, they take the same water that we're getting here and they filter it through a various number of filters. Uh, it's not the best solution, but it is the solution we have available. And it works because the water that you're getting is actually purified and not, you know, compromised. Uh, so, yeah. So water is an issue in Iztapalapa. I think the most important issue is water down here. It's an ongoing theme. The water problems began in the 70s when they built over the river. There was a river here that ran. Actually, this whole place was lakes and rivers. And the Spanish just built over them. stupid ass. I mean, they call themselves civilized, really, really dumb. They just built over it. They just built over the water. They filled up all the rivers and all the lakes with junk, with you know, and they built over them. So it causes the resulting uh, disaster of that is that um, there's floods. We flood constantly because under us there's a bunch of water. Second thing, the water that's under us is absolutely black, filthy black, because we throw shit, we throw garbage, we throw everything on it. So, so when we flood down here, our floods are of a black, stinky sewer water. It's not just regular floods like you would have in maybe, I don't know, Los Angeles. There's going to flood in LA. New Orleans. No, it's not New Orleans water. It's black, stinky sewer water that starts to come out literally out of the toilets, out of the sewers, out of the floor, and it reaches like two, sometimes 2 feet in depth, and it covers the streets, and you can't drive. The mass transit won't come here when it's flooding. Right now it's not raining. When it rains, the water just comes up instead of down, and people wonder why. People, well, what's going on? Why is that happening? Well, and instead of taking care of it and bringing this place back into a kind of like medium of logic to it, they do the opposite and they build more. So it keeps growing. And pure water, clean water, is non existent. There is no clean water. It has to be brought from the outside. So, if anybody ever tells you that the Mexican government is stupid and inefficient, and they complain about it, just come down here sometime. And I'll show you why. I want to put something comfortable because I'm probably gonna pass out. I always pass out when they take blood, so I'm preparing myself to pass out. So I want to pass out in something comfortable. Can't go in pajamas, that's for sure. I had so many surgeries as a child, and they drew so much blood out of me that it left me a trauma that is instantaneous and absolute. And I have no control over it. I really don't have control over it. They start drawing blood out of me. Whoop, I pass out. It's unpleasant, but it's all too real, and I have to deal with it. And I'm prepared for it. You can't be prepared to pass out. It's a very unpleasant thing to happen. But there's a little chanting mantra to start the day to Devi. Let's see. If they start speaking in Hindi, though, they'll change the channel. Mantras are always good to start the day. Meditation, silent meditation is also great. Commercials. Hindu mantra get the day started. So, what else? I just heard a video last night. Last video of the day actually was a channel that I like a lot. A new kid that does like science videos. Dude started talking about race. And he said, well, race is a social construct. Most maestro es ustedes ¿qué what? Maestro, ¿usted es un Virgo o Leo? Soy Piscis. Soy pescadito. Ballena más bien, ¿no? I like how Hindu girls dress. They're very humble and nice. Yeah, I'm saying it too. 646, perfect. And that's Durga. Ma Durga. Oh, I like Ma Durga. The not so PC version of Mother Earth. Gaia. That's a lot of names. But as Durga, she has all these weapons in her arms. Which, you know, she represents death as well as life. Can't separate life from death and they actually have to take my clothes to the laundromat because I got a ring around the collar. And I don't like that. I mean, I wash my clothes, they're clean, but I don't scrub the clothes. And sometimes if you take it to the laundromat, it gets cleaner somehow, you know? One thing that I never got is asking God for stuff. I mean, you can ask gods for favors. Christians particularly are always asking, oh, please, send me $1 billion, God. But Hindus too. All the people that have a personal deity ask for favors of their deity. That's kind of what people do. Well, the part that I don't get about that is why. Why should God prefer any one of us over any other one of us? Because we pray to Him? Makes no sense. Creator of the universe, right? You create the universe, you create everybody. You create their thoughts, their ideas, their concepts, their fears, their hopes. And then those that decide to pray to you, you favor. Does that sound like omnipresent being? No. Something's funky in that. Something doesn't add up. Why would God need prayer? Doesn't mean that I don't pray to God. So I do pray. I feel we're not alone in all this. That something did create us. And it's probably something good. I don't think it's something bad. And there is probably a force for good and a force for bad in the universe. And they probably united somehow in the same creation. But to pray to God for favors on this world, why? You know, makes no sense. Makes no sense. Uh, God doesn't know everything. Maestro, le quería preguntar algo antes de... Maestro, le quería preguntar algo antes que se me vaya. Ay, caramba, esta cosa no. No sé qué es que estás... ¿Qué es PayPal y WhatsApp? Quiero, si le veo una manera de anotarlo. Todavía hace lecturas, sí, todavía hago lecturas. Mi PayPal es como mi correo electrónico, que es como el nombre de mi canal, Robin Kaczmarczyk, así como está deletreado en mi canal, @gmail.com. Ese también es mi PayPal. Ahí me puedes encontrar y ahí me puedes mandar dinero si quieres. Las lecturas son de $20. Sí, sí, estoy disponible. El horario es un poco difícil porque ahorita estoy en medio de muchas cosas, pero sí, si gustas lectura, con gusto. Swede, maybe time for a fart. Swede, I just took a poo. I took all the farts and poo out of me, man. You want some pee? Here's pee if you want. Oh, jeepers. No, that's just the reflection. That was a bloody pee, but it's actually just a reflection of the top. Why do they make it red? Good grief. All right, guys, I have to get this show on the road. My Lucifer, and I want to wash my teeth still, and I may want to take another poo because I don't know if I got all the poo out, right, Swede? But let's get the show on the road. Oh, I need to go grab a cab and all that stuff. And first I gotta check all my documents are right and wash my teeth. Finding a cab is gonna be the hardest thing. Although it might not seem that way, there's this little bit of excitement got me all fucked up already. Not mentioning that I'm going to be, getting my blood taken in a few minutes. Which has me more fucking nervous. I mean, there's no way around it. I just get nervous about it, There's no way around that. It's just, it is the reality of the thing. It's like going to war or going to a shootout in the OK Corral. It's not something I'm looking forward to. But all it be for health. All it be for health. Besides, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. So that's also good. Okay. So, medical documents. I got cash. Cash, medical documents, face mask. Face mask. I want to take my glasses and have some reading. No, I'll take my phone. But this is gone. This is ready. Ready to go. Let's wash our teeth. Shall I take a second poo? Yay. I don't know. See how my bowel feels. I don't like shitting in public toilets. I don't think anybody in their right mind does. I'd do it if I have to.
I prefer not to go there. No. I'm just going to go like this. I need to do that badly. I need to just grab a cab and go to the hospitale. Namaste. Namaskar. See you guys later in the next show. Bye.